Now we are going to see how we can fix an issue where the performance of AWS is slow. So we are going to debug the issue and fix the issue. So the list of steps we need to follow to find an issue is using dashboards, metrics dashboard. So for now I'm using Kubernetes dashboard and also Grafana. So I'm going to take you through step by step on the various things which we can check to make sure that we fix the issue. So first thing is we are going to see our workloads, different workloads, how they are performing, and you can see different metrics listed there. After that, we can dive deep into each individual node of the cluster. So if there are 4 nodes, we can see how much percentage CPU is being used. We can see here that it's a quite high number, which could be one of the reason why the website is slow. So the first thing is check the overall performance. The second thing is check the nodes of that particular instance. Then after that, you can dive deep into individual pod. Go through each individual pod and look at the usage, how much they are using, are they peaking. So for example, let's take a look at MySQL. If you see MySQL, you can see how much memory, it's 165 memory is being used, and also you can see how much CPU is being used. Similarly, we can see, take an individual pod. So you can see here the pod limit, you can see, and how much are we using. So it's nearly to the limit. Sometimes we are hitting the CPU usage, and also we can monitor each individual container as well. So there are different containers like Nginx and PHP containers are there. So you can see how much are we hitting, and similarly we can see the memory usage of the particular pod. So if in case we are over the limit, then it's worth increasing the resource limit so that the performance is not degraded. Well, the next thing to look at is different services we are linking to. For example, if an application is linked to Redis, Elasticsearch, or MySQL, we need to check those performances as well. So Redis, we can see similar kind of performance, how much CPU usage are we using, how much memory are we using, are we hitting the limits, that kind of thing. Similarly for Elasticsearch, are we using enough resource? Is it taking too much resource? How can we optimize that? To check the MySQL performance, you can even go deep inside how many connections are there, and are we hitting any limit in regards to the connections or any other bandwidth. So we can look in depth in regards to that. And finally, you can even check the overall performance. For example, overall how much each namespace performance is. So we can see here it's taking 147%, which is like more than what's intended to. That's the memory utilization, and also you can see the CPU utilization, and also we can actually dive deep into each individual metrics and understand if we are hitting anything, and based on that we can actually increase the resource. So this is the first step, understanding where we are at. And also the next thing which we can look into is for example, there's a load balancer and the networking aspect of things. For example, if you are using a load balancer, like an application load balancer, you need to make sure the load balancer is linked with the public subnets. So when you link to the subnets, making sure that it's public, that would actually increase the performance. And also that those subnets need to be mapped or routed to the internet through the internet gateway, and make sure these subnets are assigned to our cluster, EKS cluster, so that you can see the subnets are assigned to the cluster. So this is another thing which you need to look into, that networking aspect. So are we hitting any mark, or is the networking is properly done? So double check the network to make sure that is correct. And if it isn't correct, then you can fix that and then be able to increase the performance of the AWS server. Yeah, thanks for watching.